In today's gospel, Jesus is in the last days of his life. The religious leaders had heard the crowd shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, Hosanna!" And they've seen Jesus enter the temple area and cleanse the temple by tipping over the tables of the money changers. And the Pharisees are plotting. They send some of their student disciples. They don't come themselves, but they send their disciples along with the Herodians to ask this question: is it lawful to pay the census tax to Caesar or not? The Herodians were members of a political party which accepted Herod Antipas as the Roman appointee, the government leader. He was the son of King Herod the Great. And the Herodians are okay with the tax. So if Jesus were to say we should not pay the tax and protest it, in front of the Herodians, he would be seen as a rebel and very likely charged with sedition. If Jesus says that the tax is lawful, he risks alienating his own people who hate the tax and who hate the coin used to pay the tax. On our coins and on our paper money, somewhere on there it says, "In God we trust." And there is a picture of a person on the front or the back. But we do not claim that the person whose image is on the bill or the coin is divine. But the denarius coin used to pay the census tax had an image of the emperor with these words: "Tiberius Caesar, august son of the divine Augustus, high priest." Now the Jews were against any kind of graven image to begin with, and they certainly would have seen the blasphemy that the image of the emperor is claiming that he is divine. People who are extra religious, like the Pharisees, would very likely say that it's complicit with idolatry, that you're walking around with a coin that claims the Roman emperor is God. That's why Jesus makes a big deal out of saying, "Show me the coin, you hypocrites," because he's forcing the Pharisees' disciples to reveal that they were carrying these coins. Jesus' answer, of course, was brilliant. "Then repay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." Essentially, Jesus is affirming the authority of Caesar, which is a limited authority, unlike God, whose authority is unlimited. Caesar does have the right to impose a tax, but he does not have unlimited authority. So give to Caesar what is his, but don't forget to give to God what belongs to God. And what belongs to God? Our adoration, our thanksgiving, our contrition, and our supplication, asking for favors, and our obedience. Our obedience to the two great commandments: to love God with everything we are, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And we're going to hear these two great commandments in this coming weekend's gospel. He's pointing out that the Pharisees are failing to live this obedience to God's command, to love, by trying to trap him. Practically speaking, we could say that in some ways it's much easier to cheat the government than it is to cheat God. Or I should say the exact opposite, I'm sorry. It can be easier to cheat God than to cheat the government, because you could get a letter in the mail saying, you owe a little bit more than what you've been saying. But if we cheat God in this commandment to adore Him and thank Him and live the commandment of love, there isn't going to be an angel knocking at our doors. But we realize, and truth be told, we've probably all experienced, that when we do not follow God's command to love, we are hurting ourselves and those around us, and we are worse off for it. And the only way to regain it is to have a change of heart. Why not give God everything? He created us. His image is stamped upon us. He loves us. So let us give to God what belongs to God, for in God we trust.